Hello everyone and welcome back. This summer I visited Bulgaria, and like always when I go somewhere I'm trying to find some cars just to add them to my collection and sometimes customize them. I'm not limiting my search to a certain kind of brand, and as a matter of fact I bought 100 cars and even more of all many kinds and brands. Sometimes I even give opportunity to the brands that are not so familiar. This time it's of Kaufland. I guess they are not the manufacturer of this toy car, and in the back you can see here some kind of warning notes and maybe the company that makes this toy car for Kaufland. By the way, if you're not familiar about Kaufland, they are this major supermarket store company that you can find all around Europe. In every town there are a few of them, and you can buy your food and groceries there, as well as some household accessories, tools and whatever, and in each one of them you can find toys as well. The overall packaging and looks is very nice. It is not Hot Wheels or Matchbox, but still very nice looking car. Here's another one which I bought in Paris. Also very nice looking, reminds me of a Mercedes. And at the back there are the same graphics. I'm not too sure if it is the same brand that makes this toy car. Maybe it is. It is the same logo at the back. Obviously it is not the same supermarket, but still they are nice cars to have. And today I'm going to customize this racing car, which reminds me the early Formula 1 racing cars, but with some modifications that the designer of this car decided to add, like a spoiler. Well, the wheels are a little bit wobbly. They have this play which was made on purpose. It is almost the same play that Mattel has on their cars. You can see here there is this modern take on their older suspension system, but it costs way less than that guitar string that they used to apply on their cars. You see, still there is a fairly amount of play on each one of the wheels, and it provides better traction and better speed whenever this car is racing on the orange tracks. Well, if I'm already talking about the suspension system of Mattel, there is another component which is crucial for this system, and it is the interior part. It limits the movement of the axle. It relies on the tab, of course, but there are these limiters of this plastic part that prevents the wheel to go too much when it pivots on the tab, in this fashion, as you see here. In fact, these two plastic parts will ensure that the axle will not pop out of the tab that is holding it to the base, and still allow the right amount of movement, so the axle will pivot on the tab and creates better traction and speed on the orange track. And here you can see a car that was designed badly. The tolerance weren't calculated properly when the car was designed. You can see here at the back there is a lack of movement, and at the front there is movement. Therefore, this car will not roll properly on orange tracks. You can fix that, of course, by opening the car and taking a little bit of the plastic limiters of the interior piece. But let's head back to our subject of customization, which is this car. The quality of the wheels is not as good as Mattel. You can see the wheel is wobbly, and this car will lose speed for sure. It is not too bad as a toy car, but just for comparison, you can see that the movement here between the axle and the wheel is way less noticeable. Okay, with that being said, let's head back to our little project. After drilling the posts of this car, I found out that the wheels are not attached to the base in the way that Mattel does, and that is okay. Maybe there is a patent on this feature, but the overall quality of the components is very impressive. And now assembling all the parts together is very straightforward, not complicated. All the parts are matching, and of course there are going to be some changes to this car, mainly to the base, because I think that these spoilers are way too much for this kind of vehicle. These cars didn't have fenders or spoilers in that era, so I'm going to take them off. Off camera, I've already made the major cut with my Dremel, and now I'm just removing the excessive plastic with my file. Another part that caught my eye is this spoiler. I really don't understand what it is, and I need to remove it and close that hole in the back. As you see, closing that hole in the back was a very nice touch that gave this body a better looking and shape. Now for the wheels, I'm going to use these wheels. They are steely type wheels of Mattel. I have many trucks like this. I'm using them only for their wheels. They are very easy to drill, but taking the axle out is a little bit of a headache, just because the tabs are made of metal. And like all other projects that I've made in these type of model wheels, I'm always taking off the lip, because I think that this lip only serves one purpose, and that is maintaining the speed on the orange tracks. I don't need them here, and I will probably make this wheel look even nicer without them. I'm not only using my Dremel in order to eliminate the lips of each one of the wheels, I'm also giving some round edges to each one of the wheels, and also eliminating the shine of each one of the wheels with this Dremel. At the front, I would like to have this wheel a little bit narrow than at the back, therefore filing away this plastic is the only solution. The necessity of paint, of course, is obvious. This silver marker is water-based and very easy to apply, and the tires themselves are going to be painted in matte black. And now, since we are dealing with the race car, it is requested that this car will have a driver. So, like previous builds, I'm going to create this driver from scratch. It is dedicated to this particular vehicle, and I'm creating this little guy from metal scrap. It is a piece of metal with a piece of office clip. In the previous builds I've used soldering wire. This time I'm showing you another method. It is almost the same, but I wanted to create a little driver, and this is the only way I know that allows me to create a very small figure. And now you can see the primary shape of this figure seated inside the car, just to make sure that it is okay. And now I'm going to cover the entire part with glue and baking soda. After everything is covered, It is time to shape this figure with my Dremel. And of course, the painting process with acrylic paint. And now that we have a driver, it is time to present you the car with this tiny dude. And here it is. Without spoilers, of course, which is way better, I guess. It is some kind of old school racing car. And I think it turned out to be very nice. You can see all the little details that I've added, like the speed gauge and the leather seat and steering wheel. And without the driver, here is the car. And with the driver, that has no feet, but still looking very nice. Now if you wonder about how accurate this guy is seated, you can see although I'm flipping the car, it will not fall. I can only take it off by my fingers. It is like Lego. And a closer view, you can see your next champion. And now with these final images, I would like to say thank you for watching this video. I will leave you with this car now. Please let me know in the comments down below what do you think about this. And I will see you soon in my next video. Please take care and bye bye.